Hi, I'm Dr. Drew and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel not on medicine but on all the other aspects needed to live our medicine lives. Today we're going to be talking on the aspect of liquidity since we covered the aspects of banking function in the previous YouTube episode. So we're going to be talking about what is liquidity, why it's important to know, and how you could utilize it. So what is liquidity? Simply put, liquidity refers to the ease with which an asset can be converted to cash. Is essentially if you have a stock portfolio, you click the sell button and you essentially get cash into your account. And the speed at which that happens is essentially referred to as liquidity, although liquidity and liquidity speed are technically two different concepts. Liquidity is basically the ability to convert an asset into cash. Cash is considered the most liquid asset because it can be easily used to make purchases or pay bills. On the other hand, a piece of real estate, while it may have value, is considered less liquid, almost an illiquid investment, because it can take a significant amount of time to sell and convert into cash. Now, why is liquidity important to know for physicians? Well, as doctors, we often have a significant amount of student loan debt and may not have a lot of disposable income, or we do have a large amount of disposable income, but it may be stuck in investments, so to speak. So it's important to realize that as humans, we do have some needs as described in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or we also need an emergency fund for emergencies in our life, and having what they say a high net worth that doesn't allow you to navigate the financial difficulties in your life. So the common phrase that's used is you can't eat your house. So you may have a very expensive house and it may have a lot of value, but because it's illiquid, it is hard for you to meet your physiological needs, for example, such as eating food or drinking water, because you would need to have a way of converting the value in your house into cash to then use that cash as a tool in order to meet your physiological needs. And so that's why it's important to know the concept of liquidity. And every time you're taking on an investment and losing that liquidity through what is called an illiquid risk premium, then you do have to look at that investment, do a lot of due diligence to recognize if that illiquidity is worth the reward that you're going to get, because it should be higher than what you're going to get from a similar investment that is reasonably more liquid than the investment that you're going to do right now. It's important to have liquid assets that can be easily converted into cash in case of emergencies, unexpected expenses. And having liquid assets can provide a sense of security and peace of mind. And I can't emphasize that more, how important peace of mind is, especially when you're trying to sleep at night and not have anxiety around it. And so how can physicians learn about liquidity? Well, one way is to invest in liquid assets such as savings accounts, money market funds, and short-term bond funds. These type of investments are considered low risk and can provide a steady stream of cash flow. Additionally, these types of investments are easy to access and can be converted into cash relatively quickly by the click of a button, by going to your self-directed brokerage account, or by contacting your financial advisor to convert the investments into cash. Another way is to use exchange-traded funds or the stock market, which has been touted to be, one of the most liquid investments with a reasonable reward portfolio that has been, mentioned in the literature. ETFs provide a way for physicians to diversify their portfolio and gain exposure to a variety of assets while still maintaining liquidity, and that's what makes, the stock market the supposedly one of the best ways to build wealth in our current economy. It's also important to note that while liquidity is an important factor to consider when investing, it should not be the only factor. I mean, that's the reason why all other asset classes like private equity, real estate, and other illiquid investments such as ground-up development projects in real estate exist, because in exchange for that illiquidity, you are expecting a higher reward than you would get if you were to invest into the stock market, even though it is quite liquid. Now, again, this is not financial advice. These are just some concepts you need to understand, and liquidity is one of the key terminology to understand when doing any investments. It's also important to consider factors such as risk tolerance and long-term financial goals when making investment decisions. So in conclusion, liquidity is an important concept for physicians to understand. Having liquid assets can provide a sense of security and peace of mind, while also providing a way to access cash quickly in case of an emergency or unexpected expense. By investing in liquid assets such as savings accounts, money market funds, short-term bonds, and ETFs, physicians can use liquidity to their advantage while still diversifying their portfolio. So on that note, a few action items. If you'd like to use the exact frameworks and take back control of your time and money like affluent physicians, then check out the links in the description below. I make these videos because I'm passionate about fighting burnout in 10,000 physicians, and I leave these videos as legacy so that no matter where you are in the financial literacy spectrum, you'll be able to pick a topic and learn more about it in a short period of time in a world filled with information but not succinctness. And lastly, come and join my community of like-minded physicians in my free Facebook group where we share resources, cheat sheets, and everything in between to live our best medicine lives. On that note, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for taking the time to take care of your patients, and I'll see you in the next episode.